Stare. Your campaign.
The skeleton. The walls are deep now, mate. The chiseling is remarkably intricate. In living.
Dead drow, publicly displayed.
You stare and your campaign. The scrying eyes seem.
How about I chop off your pecker?
Hey, stick shit!
It's stick pig, you piss pot.
That's what I said! Stick shit!
Shit.
Stick shit!
If it goes belly up, it's Near's game to lose.
The eye's clobbered. Good work. Time to bust Near out and shred him.
Stop! You better hope your little tricks didn't harm the true soul!
Prick's got some nerve. Clean up this mess. Here dies, heads grow. And that goes for novices too.
Move it! You stop!
Time you freed near. That drow head needs cracking.
Best keep your hands.
Take a big swig.
Another hour sticks it! Piss pot. You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows.
I think we've found two Dwegai who are going to get spit in their drinks.
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble. Hold out your hands, Hoon.
You heard the man. Let's see him.
Less asking, more showing. 5 working fingers, nice and meaty, prime for digging. You want near, you claw him out. My drinking hand's busy. And I don't like pig shit, but damned if your mouth ain't spewing it. You want respect? Let your absolute pay for it. Till then, bugger off. Hey, stick shit, where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug, nasty prick. Shit. You got one of Nair's moon lanterns, Jarg? I ask, because you ain't getting far without one of them pixie lamps.
Toplands are clogged with the death dark. Choke you in no time.
You daft? It's there in the name. Shadows up there black as the lower dark. A few sniffs could fell an ogre.
I'm one of the reasons people fear the shadows, but even I'd rather investigate this moon lantern before going to the surface.
My thoughts exactly.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty. You flatterer. Why, if I had a warm heart, I'm sure it would be skipping. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. Now, too late, Flower. You'll never be rid of me.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Keep an eye on him, will you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
So, are we saving this Nier from suffocating or leaving him to die? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock. That's a... Oh, you're serious? Well, of course we can leave him. It's the easiest thing in the world. We just have to keep on walking. But if you insist on being a hero, I won't get in your way. Just don't expect me to help, either. We can't. And yet I cross the threshold like moonlight through leaves. This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it? What's not to enjoy? I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. I'm the most powerful vampire in the realms. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can? I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble. Fine. As long as I don't have to go back to animal blood. It's muck. But now that you know what I am, I can fight with all my weapons, teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit, what's the harm? As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already. Not anymore. Which is all that matters, really. I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back. Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me. Aha! Safe! You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call wolves to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you. First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
The dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth. He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.
Nasty way to go. Suffocating slowly under a ton of rubble. Not a fate I'd personally relish. Oh, I was surprised, but pleasantly so. Just like I said, amid the madness that has befallen us, it seems almost out of place to think of a kiss. And yet, now more than ever, it's important to recall what makes us human. Well, you know what I mean. A stolen glance, that sudden heartbeat. Sometimes the little things are worth more than kingdoms. They promise things to come. I assure you it's not.
Don't get me wrong, you did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in.
But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mystra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mystra, but to prove my love for her. And try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History. Repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death. Alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls. I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well met. I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true, bloody pleasure. You wound my honor. Consider me a peer for your vice. Shall we withdraw? We have much to discuss, to our mutual satisfaction. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere. The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Because my compassion is boundless. I stride among the needy, giving comfort where I can. And you're in dire need. One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that. Oh, that's disappointing. I prefer it when my clients put up a fight. Only to realize victory was never an option. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. And when hope. Such a tease. I've always wondered what are all those pretty little symptoms. Sundering skin, dissolving gut. One might say, I'll be there.
Gods damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden. Unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great. That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with. And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhap...
Bloody hells. Literally. Now, he knows our secret. Oh, you attempt what grab? You must have found some. Perhaps we could. You don't. When act, there were no right answers. Unless. See? Quite the. I was. That's all I know. Shot. How cynical. The wound on my. I'll try. I don't think so. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. You're straight to. Then reconsider. Fine. Just keep out of matters that don't concern you. Very well. I assume my Lady Shah is most but sharp pain. We shed those cloaks. Give it time. We do. There's often suffering. We're in this together. You already know she's my. Don't believe that. What? Well, it's a deal. No, quite. If I manage, that is not fine. And I never expected Ceremoniclosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these. I see it. What do you want? Fine. What's on your mind? If pity. You'd started off so well saving my life aboard the Nautiloid. I suppose now I'm seeing the real...
We offer our prayers to the Dark Lady, whose comfort and grace heals all. We offer our pain to the Lady of Lot. We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
A lock? How tempting.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Who there? Elbit. The very same. Am I was a what? Young? Not why?
What?
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old elf Turin that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will, Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill.
You know,
Mistra would consider...
She would consider Mistra is aware of the very you must know. That is why I have come here to...
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra,
Interesting.
you must find.
He is not.
It brings me... With that, It is done. To you, I commit him to...
On my...
Like, and yet even fell...
Farewell, El. An audience with El. I'd have hoped to introduce... For mid-time, and I remember... I do enjoy... Oh, truth is, if anything, I feel... I question... Tell me, what can I do for you?
Playtime's over, pet.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up. Now,
This way, your will.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite think again? Now.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it, but it's good to see. Swift, you could... Your efficiency. Wait, I just...
Health.
Better be careful.
This is no.
Shrouded in their warden.
It's the only way to Moonrise Towers. We have to push through. My energy's draining. The darkness is taking its toll.
We need to escape these shadows while we still have the strength.
Directly. With haste.
It feels like we're being watched. Hunted, even. But there's nothing out there. Only more darkness. I much prefer it when I'm the one prowling in the shadows. About to strike. Sorry, did you want something? Or just looking for a distraction? I won't lie. It's tempting. If I... darling, I'm hurt.
At the ready.
That light. It's protecting me from the curse.
Whips and blades, always sharp.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
What now? Is that blood? No, never mind. Time to press ahead.
Watch your back. One step at a time.
My face protects me. On I go.
Lost in thought. With ease.
Never a dull moment. Light on my feet.
What now? Let's go.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Seek and you shall find me. That way.
No time to rest. Best be on my way.
He turned me. Sometimes he'd... All I... Oh, darling, I'm hurt.
This place, fine. If pity. If you're sure.
Some rest's better than none.
Dixie, fill me up. You need me to wipe your ass while I'm at it? Piss up.
You ain't been the same since that rock slide.
More drink, less back chat.
The boat floats in the murky waters. A faint voice echoes in your mind.
I sense you, true soul. Come to me. Come too near. The poison spread.
Hear that? Our drow friend won't last long. Pity.
Nir's voice fades, but your head still tingles with his anger and fear.
What's that?
its...
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Pidge. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Him? Nah. Then catch...
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Yeah, sir, of course.
Your blood runs.
Here's the key.
I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. What's a bit? Tell me where we can... Why, I dare say the experiment... An invisibility? Pish-posh! Smash! I'll slip away.
Disgusting waste of stonecraft.
It's got wings. Reckon it can fly? No, too fat. Dragons is fat and they fly fine.
Looks like a shrine to Saluna over there. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Thing won't yield its contents easily.
Looks like the goblins found her little hideaway.
She deserved better than that.
Tastes like chicken. Not and stranger. Be you friend or food. Lamar. I see. Food for not food. Friend. Boss. No. And you make me ogre. Well, and
What's that? That's curious.
Sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
fetid smell of the warm rush of power flows through you. You feel stronger, faster, better. The door trembles.
This poor dear wished never to lay eyes on her family again. My dearest Ephraim, he begged me to halt the deadly disease that...
What? Fine. What's on your mind? I'm afraid you're stuck with me for now.